Forget everything you thought you knew about top-tier superbikes. In 2025, Yamaha and BMW aren't just pushing limits, they're detonating them. One of these machines redefines track weapon with a surprising secret weapon hidden in plain sight, while the other finally fixes its biggest historical flaw, making it dangerously competitive. We put the all-new 2025 Yamaha R1 head-to-head with the updated BMW S1000R, and what we found will shock you. Is raw power enough, or does precision engineering finally take the crown? You're about to find out which superbike truly dominates, and which one might leave you wishing for more. Welcome back to RideSpin, where we cut through the hype with brutally honest takes on the machines that matter. Today, we're diving into two icons of the superbike world, the 2025 Yamaha YZF R1 and the refreshed BMW S1000R. Let's start with the Yamaha R1. Born in 1998 as Yamaha's answer to the rising superbike wars, this beast has evolved from a track-focused screamer into a street-legal missile that's dominated circuits worldwide. Yamaha, the Japanese powerhouse behind legends like the YZF R6 and the crossplane crank revolution, crafts the R1 for adrenaline junkies who crave that MotoGP-inspired rush. It's aimed squarely at riders in the US who want premium performance without compromise. Think weekend warriors hitting canyons or pros prepping for the track. Priced around $18,000 for the base model, it's built for the American market's love of speed and style, with updates that nod to evolving emissions rules while keeping the soul intact. Now, the BMW S1000R. Launched in 2010, this German engineering marvel burst onto the scene by shattering lap records and earning Bike of the Decade nods. BMW Motorrad, known for blending luxury car precision with two-wheel ferocity, from the GS Adventure Kings to the M1000R Track Special, positions the S1000R as the ultimate all-rounder. It's for US riders who demand tech-savvy sophistication alongside raw power, whether you're carving up Pacific Coast Highway or dominating amateur races. Starting at about $17,500, the 2025 update brings subtle refinements that address past rider complaints, making it more accessible for stateside enthusiasts facing stricter noise and safety regs. Why does this comparison matter right now? In the US superbike scene, where imports like these face off against domestics and electrics are nipping at the heels, the 2025 models signal a pivotal shift. Yamaha's holding the line on aggressive heritage, while BMW's tweaks could level the playing field in ways that redefine what best means for American buyers. With fuel prices fluctuating and tracks reopening post-pandemic, choosing between these could make or break your next ride. Stick around as we break down every angle, from their sleek, wind-cheating designs to the tech that keeps you glued to the asphalt. By the end, you'll know exactly which one earns, and which might surprise you in ways you didn't expect. Alright, folks, now that we've set the stage, let's crank this up and dive into what makes these 2025 beasts tick. We're talking the Yamaha R1 and BMW S1000R, two superbikes that don't just ride, they redefine the road. I'll break it down fast. Design that turns heads, tech that saves your hide, performance that pins you back, and the real talk on what shines and what stumbles. Picture this, you're blasting down California's Angeles Crest Highway, wind howling, as these machines come alive. Starting with design, because first impressions hit hard. The Yamaha R1 looks like it was sculpted by a MotoGP engineer on a caffeine binge. Its new carbon fiber winglets, straight from Yamaha's YZR M1 racer, generate downforce that keeps the front wheel planted during hard leans, like an invisible hand pressing you into corners. The bodywork is sharper than ever, with a compact aluminum delta box frame that's slim and rigid, weighing in at just 443 pounds wet. Imagine threading it through traffic in LA, agile, aggressive, with LED headlights that slice the night like laser beams. But here's a nitpick, those winglets add a touch of complexity for street riders. They're track stars, but on bumpy back roads, they might feel a bit overkill without the full aero setup. Flip to the BMW S1000R, and its German precision meets Street Fighter swagger. The 2025 refresh brings asymmetric gill vents and boxier winglets that boost downforce by up to 37% over last year, making it glued to the pavement at 150 miles per hour without fluttering. At 434 pounds wet, it's a featherweight predator with a fairing for that effortless glide. Visualize ripping through the Smoky Mountains. The upright ergonomics let you shift weight smoothly, and the new side panels echo the original 2019 vibe, retro cool with modern edge. Strength here? Unmatched build quality that feels premium, like BMW's pouring car-level engineering into every weld. Weakness? It's pricier to maintain stateside, with parts that can sting your wallet if you're not careful. Now, tech and safety, where these bikes pull ahead of the pack. The R1's got Yamaha's YCCT fly-by-wire throttle for razor-sharp response, paired with a 6-axis IMU that adjusts traction control, slide control, and wheelie mitigation on the fly. Cornering ABS and lift control mean you brake late into turns without drama, and the 5-inch TFT dash is customizable, showing maps or lap times like a video game. In real-world rain-slicked Seattle streets, this setup shines, preventing slides before you even feel them. But the electronics can overwhelm new riders. It's got 10 ride modes, which is great for tracks but might bury you in menus on a quick commute. The S1000R fights back with BMW's updated M Quick Action throttle, twisting just 60% as far for snappier inputs, and now standard pro riding modes that were optional before. Dynamic traction control, engine brake control, and launch control make it a track monster, while the 6.5-inch color TFT screen integrates seamlessly with your phone for navigation. Safety-wise, its refined ABS and stability systems excel in panic stops. Imagine dodging a deer on a rural US highway. It holds the line like a pro. Downside? The seat's firmer for long hauls, which could numb your backside on cross-country trips compared to the R1's slightly more forgiving perch performance. Buckle up, this is where hearts race. The R1's 998 cubic centimeters crossplane inline-4 cranks 197 horsepower at 13,500 revolutions per minute and 83 pound-foot of torque, hitting 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds with a top speed north of 185 miles per hour. That CP4 engine pulses with character, delivering mid-range punch for canyon carving that feels alive, not robotic. Fuel economy hovers at 35 to 40 miles per gallon in mixed riding, stretching your tank on those epic US road trips. It's a torque monster out of corners, but heat from the pipes can toast your legs in stop-and-go traffic, a common gripe for aggressive superbikes. Enter the S1000R's 999 cubic centimeters inline-4, 205 horsepower at 13,000 revolutions per minute and the same 83 pound-foot, but with a rev-happy scream that redlines at 14,600 revolutions per minute. It edges the R1 in straight-line grunt, shaving tenths off quarter miles, and its 6-speed gearbox with quick-shifter snaps shifts like lightning. Real world? On Virginia's Blue Ridge Parkway, it surges with precision, averaging 38 miles per gallon. Strength scream reliability. BMW's honed this for WSBK dominance. Weaknesses? It's thirstier under hard acceleration, and some riders note minor vibes at highway speeds that the smoother R1 avoids. Unique selling points seal the deal. The R1's GYTR race kit option turns it into a weekend warrior's dream, with ECU tweaks for even more bite. The S1000R? Its optional carbon package and forged wheels shave weight for that pro feel, plus BMW's dealer network means better US support for warranties. But hold on, we've only scratched the surface. What happens when we throw these into back-to-back track tests and street sprints? The results might flip your expectations, especially on value, and that one flaw neither fully escapes. Coming up, the highlights that wow and the drawbacks that bite. Don't blink, or you'll miss why one pulls ahead. Alright, auto crew it. We've dissected the tech, we've admired the design, but the rubber meets the road right here, right now, in the ultimate real-world test. We took both the 2025 Yamaha R1 and the BMW S1000R to the track and the streets, pushing them to their absolute limits to uncover their true identities. We weren't looking for spec sheet winners. We were looking for the soul of the machine that on the track, lap after blistering lap, the Yamaha R1 was a revelation. We expected its surgical precision, but what genuinely surprised us was its approachability. Despite its aggressive nature, the R1's chassis provides such transparent feedback that you feel every millimeter of tire grip. Its crossplane engine, while not the most horsepower-rich on paper, delivers its power with an organic, controllable surge that lets you dial in the throttle with uncanny accuracy. It didn't just meet our expectations for track prowess, it exceeded them by making us feel more connected and confident than ever. But there was a catch. After a few sessions, the R1's brake fade became noticeable. Not alarming, but enough to remind you that even a beast has its limits. It performed brilliantly, but not flawlessly. Then came the BMW S1000R. We anticipated its clinical efficiency, but what we didn't see coming was just how much character BMW has injected into this updated model. That M Quick Action throttle is a game changer. It transforms the bike from a fast machine into a telepathic extension of your will. And those new aerodynamics? They don't just reduce drag, they create a sensation of unwavering stability at speeds that would make other bikes twitch. The S1000R, with its refined power delivery and advanced electronics, was consistently faster on our timed laps, especially in the hands of a pro. It took our breath away with its relentless, almost arrogant competence. It shattered our expectation of it being just another clinical German machine. It was alive, vibrant, and surprisingly engaging. However, its stiffer suspension, a boon on the track, started to feel punishing on longer street rides, exposing its singular focus that here's the turning point. The R1, the underdog on paper, delivers an experience that's more raw, more visceral, and ultimately, more fun in certain scenarios, especially when you value rider feel above all else. But the S1000R? It's an undeniable, unyielding force of precision, proving that sometimes, absolute technological mastery can evoke emotion. The gap between these two icons has never been narrower, yet their personalities have never been more distinct. But which one ultimately earns the crown in the brutal landscape of 2025 superbikes? And which one would I put my money on? The answer might just surprise you. After putting the 2025 Yamaha R1 and BMW S1000R through the ringer, from canyon chaos to track terror, it's time for the no BS verdict. In this brutal showdown, the BMW S1000R takes the crown as the overall winner. It's not just faster on paper, it delivers that rare blend of cutting-edge tech and real-world usability that edges out the R1 in a head-to-head for most US riders. The Yamaha fights valiantly with its soul-stirring ride, but the BMW's refinements make it the smarter, more versatile pick in 2025. Let's break it down quick. For the Yamaha R1, pros include its intuitive handling that feels like an extension of your body, that addictive cross-plane engine growl, and customizable electronics perfect for track days. At around $18,000, it's a value champ for pure thrill seekers. Cons? Brakes fade under prolonged abuse and some heat buildup in traffic can frustrate street riders. This bike suits aggressive weekend warriors or amateur racers who prioritize raw emotion over perfection. Think canyon cowboys in California or Florida flat track fans who want a bike that sings. The BMW S1000R shines with superior straight-line speed, rock-solid stability from those aero tweaks, and now standard pro modes that make it idiot-proof for intermediates. Starting at $17,500, it's a tech marvel with better long-haul comfort. Drawbacks include a firmer ride that jars on rough US roads and higher maintenance costs through BMW dealers. It's ideal for tech-savvy commuters or sport tourers who blend daily rides with weekend blasts, perfect for East Coast highway haulers or Midwest track enthusiasts craving precision without the drama that in today's US market, where gas prices hover around $3.50 a gallon and electric bikes like the Livewire are gaining ground. These gas-powered superbikes remain kings for performance purists. The R1 upholds Yamaha's legacy of accessible speed amid tightening emissions rules, while the S1000R's updates signal a trend toward smarter, more efficient internals that could inspire rivals to prioritize rider aids over brute force. As tracks reopen and adventure riding booms post-pandemic, expect this duo to push the industry toward hybrid tech integrations, making superbikes more sustainable without killing the buzz that there you have it. The S1000R reigns supreme, but the R1's heart might just steal yours. Which would you choose for your garage? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you ridden either, or what's your dream superbike matchup? If this honest breakdown fired you up, smash that like button, subscribe for more RideSpin truth bombs, and hit the bell so you never miss a ride. Let's keep the conversation rolling. What's next on your wishlist?